Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Coffee and Nuance. Today, we're going to delve into the captivating world of binge watching. It's like going on a TV marathon, but without all the sweat and running shoes. I mean, who needs exercise when you can burn calories for the sheer intensity of pressing that next episode button? What? So anyway, what is it about binge watching that's so addictive? Maybe it's the ability to fully immerse ourselves in a story, like being sucked into a black hole of entertainment. I swear, I've lost track of time so many times, I should start wearing a Fitbit just to monitor my habit. Camera's a little off today. What are you going to do? Let's not forget about the emotional roller coaster of binge watching. We get so attached to these fictional characters, it's like we're in an unhealthy relationship with our TV. We laugh at them, we cry at them, we yell at the screen when they make dumb decisions. It's like having a virtual family without all the awkward Thanksgiving dinners. But here's the kicker, folks. Binge watching releases dopamine in our brains. Yeah, it's a legal drug that keeps us coming back for more. Each completed episode is like a little high, a TV-induced euphoria. No wonder we're hooked. Forget the gym. Just give me a steady supply of my favorite shows and I'll be all right. And let's not forget about the art of the cliffhanger. These show creators, they know what they're doing. They dangle the carrot of resolution. Loves dogs, salivating for the next episode. It's diabolical, really. They know exactly how to keep us locked in our couch, begging for just one more episode. But hey, binge watching isn't a solitary confinement experience anymore. Nope. Thanks to the wonders of the internet, we can gather in our online communities and discuss our favorite shows. It's like a support group for TV addicts. Hi, I'm Tom. I haven't slept in 3 days because I couldn't stop watching Stranger Things. It's like a weird virtual therapy session, except instead of sharing our feelings, we're sharing conspiracy theories about who killed who in the latest crime drama. Now, let's not forget the dark side, folks. Binge watching can turn us into certified couch potatoes. It's like The Biggest Loser, except we're not losing weight. We're losing our dignity. So remember, folks, take a break. Maybe, just maybe, go for a walk outside. So in conclusion, binge watching, it's a guilty pleasure that combines the thrill of immersion, the rush of dopamine, the companionship of fictional characters. So my fellow binge watchers, embrace your addiction, but remember to sprinkle in some moderation. And if anyone judges you, just tell them you're conducting vital research on the art of storytelling. My name's Tom Coffey. This is the Coffee and Nuance Show, best censored commentary and news show live. Right now, flame on. Getting choppy video and audio already? Oh. I'm looking at the analytics here. Let's see what's going on. Okay, yes. Oh, look at that. We had a big delay, but it seems to be over. We seem to be good. We seem to be good. Hopefully that is it, but I will monitor this delay. I don't know what the hell is going on with the stream. So hopefully we'll get that sorted out. As a reminder, we are streaming live on YouTube and Rumble, rumble.com/coffeenuance/live. And how about that? We're trying to stream on DLive as well. We're on Twitch too. DLive, we seem to just have a spinning circle. So I'm not sure what the hell is up with that. Let me do a little refresh, see if that's going. But, you know, speaking of binge watching, is there anything you binge watching recently? Because of this password update and who I share my passwords with Netflix, I've run into an issue. So I have not been able to be watching my Colombian telenovela, or that I'm working on my language. I do have a solution for the Netflix password sharing that I need to make sure that it's working. But everything that I think we can solve this for free, actually. But you're going to have to go to the person's house that has the account. But I'll get to that in the coming day or week. But, binge watching, it's become really popular. And one of the great reasons is it provides escapism. That's a good thing, right? Stress relief. We can disconnect with our problems. Those are all good things. Emotional connections toward characters that we keep watching. We get invested in them, and we develop a relationship with them in a way. And we do get instant gratification from completing episodes, and that keeps us engaged. Yeah. But also, I mean, let's be honest, there's a lot of compelling storytelling that's happening right now. They've gotten a lot better at writing these shows, and now that they know that people are watching them in order, or binging these series, I think they're being written that way now. They're being written especially for this new style of watching. One of the things is we just keep going, one more episode, just one more episode. And that's just because it's available, right? Growing up, we had 3 channels. If you missed something live, you just missed it. It was gone. Maybe next year you can catch it. But now, because everything is available, we just want to watch one more episode. Just one more. And that's it. But I think hell. Well, choppy stream. Not sure if I knew how to fix it, I would. But again, I'll just keep talking to Comcast. See if we could figure it out. That's one of the issues. I live in Portland, and they signed some deal long ago. I'm sure some local politician took a bribe. I'm certain of it. But somehow they don't have any competition in internet in the city of Portland. Now, if I were to just move a little bit out to Gresham, I got all kinds of options. But in the city limit of Portland, they have Comcast has exclusivity. I think what happens is when we have, when there's no competition, service is garbage, right? Service is absolute garbage when there's no competition. That's why communism doesn't work, right? Anytime there's no competition, things don't work well. I mean, frankly, look at anything the government runs. It's not very efficient because there's no competition. And that's what I'm dealing with here at my house with my internet connection. My internet speeds are so great, there should never be an issue with a choppy stream. So, I don't know. Anyway, we'll keep going. Anyway, got a good show for you today. Stick around. After all of the stories that I talk about today, I'll be having an after show where I go through and check out all your comments and comment on them. But we got a couple of stories to get to today, including one update from a story earlier this week. But I guess the first one we need to get to, I guess, the end of civilization? See, this is why I need a cameraman, because the camera seems to be a bit off today. I don't even seem in focus. What's going on with that? Anyway, ever notice how American politicians treat the threat of World War III like an annoying telemarketer? They just keep hitting the ignore button and hope it goes away. It's like they're more concerned with a zinger on their political opposition than preventing a global catastrophe. Maybe they think nuclear fallout would make a great Instagram filter. I don't know. It's a bit disheartening when our leaders care more about their campaign than the potential end of civilization as we know it. So here's the story. Russia's Dmitry Medvedev warns that increased NATO assistance to Ukraine brings the threat of a third global conflict closer. He believes Russia will not be deterred from the goals in Ukraine, and World War III is looming. Medvedev's comments reflect the Kremlin's stance, and other Russian officials echo similar concerns about NATO's actions. Additionally, Medvedev supports Russia's use of cluster munitions in response to reports of Ukraine's use and the U.S. supplying them. So, thanks, Biden. Let's send over cluster munitions to Ukraine. So Russia's like, oh, you're going to use cluster munitions? Well, I guess we will too. Go pound sand. This whole thing is really disheartening. I'm trying to have a fun show, but, when we're looming on the edge of civilization, I kind of have to, I can't just brush that aside. So, so what political bubble are you in? Are you in the political bubble that's like, holy crap, this could really go bad? Or are you in the political bubble that's like, yay, Zelensky's a hero and he's fighting the evil Putin? I think anyone that's concerned about the world should be concerned about what's going on there, and we shouldn't be, stoking this. We shouldn't be making it worse, but that's what seems to be happening right now, especially with, they're getting together. NATO's getting together right now, talking about saying that they're totally going to support Ukraine. This is a situation that I don't see how this ends other than World War III, unless somebody changes. So I think the options for the end of the Ukraine-Russia conflict, we got a couple options. Maybe Putin dies. That's one option. Although I don't think the replacement for Putin is going to be weaker on this war. But that's one option is Putin dies. The other option is Zelensky is gone. Then it might end. If Zelensky is gone, because he is the puppet, right? That doesn't seem to care at all about all the people that are being killed in his country. Or Biden. I think if Biden is gone, when Biden is replaced, I think the war will be over that week. So that's the only thing we can hope for, is that one of these leaders is replaced. Because to me, carrying on humanity is a much bigger deal than whatever they're doing over there. So anyway, let's get to a story that's near and dear to my heart. San Francisco's Anchor Brewing Company is closing its doors after 127 years. Apparently, Even beer couldn't withstand the competitive market and inflated prices of living in San Francisco. Who knew a brewery couldn't afford the skyrocketing rent? It's a sad day when you realize that even your favorite craft beer got gentrified. Yeah, here's the story. San Francisco's historic Anchor Brewing Company, which has been in operation 127 years, is closing down due to declining sales and tough economic conditions. Despite efforts to find a buyer, the company was unsuccessful and has entered the liquidation process. Anchor will continue packaging and distributing its remaining beer until the end of the month. The temporary closure of the Anchor Pub Taps, the company's tap room, will allow them to sell their remaining inventory. Employees will receive a 60-day notice and be provided with transition support and separation packages. That's very sad. I don't know about you, but I have had my fair share of Anchor Brewing, Anchor Steam. Anchor Steam. Back in the 90s, before all the craft beer, there were not that many, especially living in New Mexico and Texas and whatever. You would go to the grocery store. They didn't have that many. They didn't have a huge variety of beers, not the variety that they have today, or at least what they have in Portland today. But Anchor Steam was always, boy, you're treating yourself when you get a pack of Anchor Steam, 6-pack of Anchor Steam. And I'm going to miss this beer. I'm going to miss it. And it is just a sad reality that there's less to choose from. And this company's going under after 127 years. It's like no one is safe. No one's safe. Sad. Does anyone else drink Anchor Steam? I don't even know if it's a thing on the East Coast or not. But definitely it's been a big deal in my life since I became of legal drinking age. So it's kind of sad. Kind of sad. Anyway, speaking of something else dying, let's talk about lawns. Okay. Why did Scottsdale, Arizona ban real grass in front yards? Well, apparently they finally realized that watering grass in the desert's a little bit like putting sunscreen on a cactus. Just doesn't make sense. Scottsdale's leading the way in water conservation, proving once again it's not just the land of retirees, but now it's the land of eco-warriors. So if you're planning to move to Scottsdale and you want to bring your love of lush green lawns, sorry, you'll have to settle for the new desert chic aesthetic. And here's the story. Scottsdale City Council has approved an ordinance banning a new single-family homes in the desert from having real grass in their front yards. The ban will apply to homes built or permitted after August 15th. The move is aimed at promoting sustainable, there's that word again, water management, and setting an example for other communities. Oh, that's what they're doing. They're setting an example for other communities. Oh. It follows a previous ordinance in 2022 that prohibited homeowners associations from requiring grass lawns. Scottsdale has already saved 657 million gallons of water through conservation efforts, and supposedly 86% of Scottsdale water customers support the new ban. I kind of find that hard to believe. But that's the thing, is when you got good PR, you got good statistics on your side. And funny thing, when you fund a survey, often you can get the results you're looking for. But this is interesting. Now, I've lived in the desert. I grew up in New Mexico, lived in Texas, and we we did not have a lawn in our front lawn in Albuquerque growing up. That was all replaced. We may have had a really tiny lawn, but maybe it was a tiny, just a little spot. But the rest of it, we had, you know, bushes and bark and rocks and different plants, a big tree. So, yeah, I'm thinking about it now. I think it was a small. I think we had a small lawn that was probably, I don't know, 10 feet by 10 feet or something. It's just a small little thing around the tree. But actually, I'm not even sure. I'm not sure about my memory on that one. But a lot of my neighbors had big lawns. We did have a lawn in our backyard, but it wasn't that big either. And my dad was like, we live in the desert. Why are we doing this? And I kind of agreed. When I lived in Fort Worth, Texas, I lived on a corner lot, and it had a massive lawn. Now, I was only there for a couple years for grad school, and so I wasn't going to redo it, you know, but I didn't like having the lawn. And pretty much in Texas, like, I was required to have a grass lawn. I think the value of the house would have gone down a great deal if I had put in, you know, rocks and cactus and whatnot. Xeriscaping, you know, just like a natural landscape. You know, you want to resell your house, and you got to have something presentable for the people that are buying your house. So a lot of times we're locked into that mentality. But, you know, if they do this at a city level, I don't know. I do have mixed feelings about this. Because this is America. And if I want a big lawn in my front, big grass lawn in my front yard, I should be able to do it. Right? I don't know. Typically I lean on the side of, let's not make new laws, let's not have more regulations. That's kind of how I go. But I do think big grass front lawns in the desert are dumb. They're dumb, you know? So I don't know. I got mixed feelings about this. What do you think? Do you have an opinion on this? Now, I live here in Oregon now, and I tell you one thing that I do like about here. I have a huge lawn, front and back yard, but in Portland, the trend is you don't water your lawn. So it rains a lot. In the spring, it's green. In the fall, it's green. And in the summer, when it's hot, everyone's lawn just dies. It's just brown. Nobody really waters their lawn in the summer. And because everyone is like, that's just what they do here, it makes it a lot easier for everyone. You know? I don't think I'd want to water the lawn. So I like the fact that here, people just let it die in the summer, and then it just comes back every year. You know, that's just the way. And that may sound weird if you live in a different part of the country. You're like, I can't believe that. But yeah, you go around here, everybody's got lawns, and they're all dead right now. And just give it 2 months. The rain returns, and then it's, back to green again. So if you've never experienced that, that's kind of an odd thing. But what are your thoughts? City banning a lawn in your front yard. I don't know about that. Anyway, I got a little update for you. So you may have heard the buzz. I talked about it on this channel. You may have seen it on social media. They claimed Oregon and Washington might witness the Northern Lights this week. Well, turns out that was not... Oh, man. I try to do a dad joke, and it's so hard to read. We might witness the Northern Lights. Well, it turns out it's more like the not northern lights. Ah, that's just bad. That's just bad. That's just bad. I could have done better than that. That's horrible. Anyway, all the articles circulating this week about Oregon and Washington, they could see the northern lights. Now, that's fake news. They say it's totally unlikely. Just hype. So there may, and this got me so bummed because I'd already made plans on where I was going to go south of the city. I'd already picked out a great spot where I was going to drive to see the northern lights. About an hour south of here. And that's fake news. You know? So I know they talked about it. I talked about it, like 17, 18 states were going to have it. I didn't look into where it's not going to happen. I just know it's not going to happen in my neck of the woods. So if you were planning on doing that, time to, time to do a little local research and see if the northern lights are going to hit you in the end. They say, maybe in a couple years. We'll see. Perhaps. I don't know. Anyway, we need some good news, so let's get to some good news. Oh, yeah. Nice. Have you heard about this artist, Chris Judge? He's turning clouds into whimsical characters. Yeah, because apparently seeing cute animal shapes in clouds wasn't just for stoners anymore. Now we can follow a guy on Instagram who does it professionally. So Dublin-based artist Chris Judge has gained popularity by transforming clouds into whimsical characters through his cloud art. Using an app, he draws lines around the edges of the clouds, turning them into a bear, dog, and other imaginative forms. And he shares them on his Instagram account. He's amassed 429,000 followers. He notes that certain times of the day, like when the sun hits the clouds, make them appear large and three-dimensional. Additionally, he finds that clouds after rainstorms are particularly incredible. Judge also welcomes fan submissions, encouraging others to appreciate the wonders of the sky. So that's kind of cool. I like this cloud here, this one I picked as an example, but you can go through his Instagram. I put a link in the description. It's just fun. And here's the thing. He's been able to find something that, in my opinion, is pretty low effort and become really successful at it. That's the opposite of what I'm doing, right? I put a lot of effort into putting together these shows, and it's going nowhere. What I need to do is I need to follow this guy's lead. Find something that's really low effort that'll just take off. And I think this is cute, you know? And I was thinking about, well, what could I do? I don't know, like go out and take pictures and put googly eyes on things. I'm sure somebody else is doing that, but I don't know. I don't know. But I got to hand it to him. I think it's a fun account, and if you follow it, it might give you a smile as you're going through your scroll, and we need more of that. And I think that's good news. Right? That's good news. So anyway, that's all I have for you today. Stick around for the after show. I'll go through all your comments. Hope you all are doing fantastic, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace. So, what's up? Chanaka 94. Howdy from down under SoCal, that is. Well, glad you could join us today. What's up? Hey, Duggo, what's up? Over there on Rumble. Thanks for joining. Lots of people checking in. Natasha says, no lawn for you sounds interesting. I support ending lawns. Make yards into gardens. No mowing, edging, blowing, or Anything else fuel powered? Looking forward to this segment. Good. Okay. You know, around me, I think Wednesday is Weed Whacker Day and Leaf Blowing Day. And I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I could do away with the leaf blower. Because there's a high pitch to it. And I don't think everybody hears it, but there's a high-pitched whirl to the leaf blower that it makes me want to kill people. I'll say that's a joke just in case I end up killing someone for using a leaf blower. Hope that doesn't come back on me. Don't use this as evidence. Let's see. A Fitbit for binging. A binge bit. Brought to you by Pfizer. Exactly. Jody says, I have more problems with YouTube than TV or series. I get that. Yeah, it looks like a number of you binge YouTube. I don't really binge YouTube as much. I have YouTube on a lot, but I just don't consider it binging. I think binging is when you keep watching the same thing over and over again. And when I'm on YouTube, I just want to do different stuff. Different. I'm not really going down a rabbit hole of watching the same thing over and over again. But if you do want to binge, you can binge this channel. Just click on one of the playlists. And I'm really close to the required hours to be looked at again by the... hopefully get monetized. So we're really close. So if you want to binge, I encourage you to binge this channel. Says, I was trying to encourage Tom to be an activist for internet server choice at Portland City Council meetings. I've learned being here in Portland, I guess it's demoralization is what they call it, but honestly, all the problems that are here, that's like not even in the top 100, believe it or not, of things in Portland that need to be fixed. Yeah. Yeah, to be completely honest, and the city council meetings are just an absolute disaster. I think they make them as painful as possible for the participant to go down and when you have to wait to talk. And they pull some tricks. Like Jeff Merkley, my senator, is doing a town hall. And when do you think he's doing a town hall in Beaverton this week? Saturday at 4. There's no chance I'm going to spend my Saturday afternoon lining up to talk to a politician, right? We only get so many beautiful Saturdays in Portland, right? You know, summer Saturdays are very valuable here. And yeah, that's when he's chosen to make his meeting. And I think it's intentional. I think it's intentional to make sure that not many people want to go to it, you know. I wonder if breweries nationwide are having problems, or is it just a San Francisco thing? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Portland actually has like the most breweries, I think, of any city. And it has been falling, the number. I know that it was well over 100 before the pandemic, and it's fallen a lot since then. A number have closed. But if you like small breweries, this is, you know, one of the places to come. And you know, it's one of the reasons I like being here. My brother knows how to brew beer in his barter skills for when the apocalypse hits. I used to brew beer. I brewed beer as a teenager. it was kind of funny. In fact, I don't know why more kids don't do it, because you do not need to be 18 or 21 to buy malt and barley or anything like that. Any kid, a 15-year-old kid, for example, could just get on their bicycle, get on their BMX bike, go over to the local brewery shop and buy whatever you need to make beer. You know, that's... I don't know why more kids aren't doing that, but probably just because they just don't have the creativity. I don't want to encourage kids to do anything illegal, but it's not illegal to make your own beer, no matter your age. At least that's my understanding of it. And I think if you were a teenager and you wanted to brew beer, just because you're using your parents' electricity and water and all that stuff, you got to use their dishwasher for the, to sanitize the bottles. Just every batch, like usually a batch is a little bit more than 2 cases. So you should get probably maybe 9 6-packs per batch. Just give 1 6-pack to your dad and he's going to be happy. You know? And he'll let you brew all the beer you want to brew. Or at least that was the case for me. Let's see. I drink Youngling. I'm probably saying that wrong. I know that that's a New York beer, right? I've heard about that beer. I may have had it, but yeah. Not really a thing out here. Hey, I'll tell you, when I lived in North Phoenix in the 80s, Scottsdale was a highfalutin place, like Rodeo Drive in the desert. Yeah, Scottsdale's always been nice. So they probably had even bigger lawns there. I like Texas. San Antonio is great. I love San Antonio. My backyard is 29 acres. Well, I hope it's a riding mower and not a push mower, you know. I spent a lot of time watering my front lawn. Individual plants, only grass is Mexican feathergrass. I don't know what that is. And other ornamental grass. Bought this house from a master gardener. Oh, that sounds really nice. Front yard 1 acre. Nice. Yeah, it's funny. I tried having a garden in my front yard, and I live close to some nature, and all the animals would come eat the garden every year, and I just got sick of it, because we got raccoons and nutria and coyotes and all kinds of animals nearby. And there's nothing I can really do other than put it inside a big fence or something. And that, who wants, like, big hurricane fencing in your front yard to, for your garden? I don't know. That was never appealing to me. I just don't like the idea of having to fence off a garden. So, yeah, what are you going to do? So now it's just grass again. Let's see. We appreciate your effort, Tom. Nobody does nuance like you. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I still got sound. Oh, I guess it glitched out again. Yikes. Oh, I'm looking here. Yeah, apparently it's been glitching. I like to drink Paul Begley and MFATW, Mike from Around the World, on YouTube's Daily Excellence channel. They have some wild conversations. I've never heard of them, but thank you for the suggestion. Wow, brewing beer at 15, that's impressive, Tom. I didn't say that I was brewing beer at 15 because, I'm just saying you could brew beer at 15. And the local guys at the brew shop will just find it really funny and help you out. Perhaps. Yeah. It's pronounced Yingling. Okay, that's right. I have heard of it. I think my mom has mentioned that beer. She's from New York. I've only made Jungle Juice in the 80s. Jungle Juice. Oh. Ugh. You only need to have that once in your life, in my opinion, and then that's it. Well, it looks like we're getting all kinds of delays. Sorry about that. I'll keep working on it. I will work on it. I don't have anything really planned today. I got some other work to do, but then I'll see if I can sort out some settings and turn some knobs. We'll see what happens. Anyway, thanks for sticking around. And I do invite you to hit that like button if you haven't already. Boom, boom, boom. I appreciate you more than you know. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.